Hi everyone, and welcome to today's session. So today I will be channeling Ascendant Master Lakeshma. And if you're not familiar with our previous sessions with her, she is an Ascendant Master from Atlantis, and she is here to assist us in the transition that we're going through into the new Earth. So it basically mirrors a similar expansion that Atlantis went through as well. Okay, so we have the lovely Isabelle participating today. Hi, Isabelle.
Hi.
And she'll also be reading questions as well from one of our other Patreon members as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go now into trance and bring forth Lakeshma. We'll see you later. Hello, my dear ones.
Hello, Lakeshma.
Those of you watching. So honored to come through again in this way and connect to you.
It's very nice to talk to you in this direct way too, Lakeshma.
There are many shifts occurring at the moment. Many of you are feeling it. There are many shifts happening on Gaia at the moment, and as because you are part of Gaia, these changes are also affecting you. You are expanding. Gaia is expanding, and so are you. Many of you that are sensitive to energies are feeling the effects. But this is all part of the expansion process. These shifts that you are feeling, the physical symptoms, that is termed Ascension Symptoms in your terminology. These are shifts in your physical body, shifts in your crystalline energetic body. And what you are feeling is a purging of the old operating systems. You are being, we would say, upgraded. Your DNA is being more activated to align to the consciousness of what is now on Gaia, to match to the consciousness that is now Gaia. Because can't you see, you would say, visualize or imagine the upgrade system like a computer software. Every now and then, the computer or your phone needs to be upgraded. This happens to you all the time. However, as you are always expanding, many of you do not feel the physical shifts of this. But because the shifts, we would say, are very intense, what is occurring right now? If you, we would say, expand in a, we would say, a very heightened frequency to what you are used to. And if you are letting go many of the operating systems in a short amount of time, there is a, we would say, a bit of a contrast felt within the body. And these are Ascension Symptoms. It's because you are expanding so fast in a short amount of time, you feel these effects within your body. You are always expanding, but you do not notice this subtle shift in your body. With this massive shift that has been occurring in Gaia, there has been much expansion on Gaia. And you are now, we would say, uploading all these information, all these downloads, these energy imprints into your being, into your consciousness. And as such, you are activating aspects of you, activating more of your blueprints. Your very DNA is being activated. Dormant DNA is being activated. You are now aligned to higher states of consciousness that is aligned to the state of the collective consciousness. That's why many of you are feeling the shifts. And how exciting is that?
Very exciting, Lakeshma.
And you, my dear, are you experiencing these shift symptoms?
I am not, Lakeshma. I experienced shift symptoms a few months ago. But this one, very mild, very mild. A lot of energy. I woke up this morning very early, wide awake. So,
of course, it affects everyone.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy that I'm not going through pain in this shift.
And we would say the expression, the manifestation of these physical symptoms relates to what you are letting go also. If you have much fear to be released, you will feel the ascension symptoms more, you see, as well. Because it's not just an upgrade, you would say, in your terminology. You are also letting go of old operating systems. So you can operate now on an more expanded frequency. So you can now operate in more expanded consciousness as you are now more aligned to your source self. You are more aligned to who you truly are. So we would say when you experience these symptoms, as these symptoms can occur often, depending on what you need to let go of. Trust the knowing. Do you feel the fear that is being released? Are you resistant to the symptoms? This is why with any physical illness that comes into your presence, physical symptoms that you may see as negative, we say love it. Do not resist it, for you do not know the purpose of it. Accept it. Know it is happening for a reason. If it is there to show you a lesson, then be open and you will receive the lesson. You receive the guidance of what it is telling you. Of course, you may have some confusion about what is an ascension symptom and what is just a physical illness. But my dear ones, they are both linked. They are your teachers. There is nothing to be feared about with physical illness or mental illness. It is your teacher. Your body is divine. Your body is Gaia. And as such, your body is intelligent. Listen to the message it is telling you. Those sensitive enough to experience ascension symptoms, you will have the knowing what is occurring. At times there is a purge and you have fear, but at other times you will feel in bliss, but still have some symptoms. For instance, as an example, Kimberley, when she experiences ascension symptoms, which she has experienced over the week, she may experience dizziness, lightheadedness. She may feel not here, not there, but in a vortex. This, in a vacuum, this can be a common symptom also, because you're in between dimensions. You are on the way to higher expansion. But as such, through the magnetic action going through the vortex, the magnetic action of going through it allows to pull away old operating systems that are no longer needed. So many times when you're experiencing this, your body will tell you to rest. So do so. Do not resist what your body is telling you. Your body is intelligent. And this goes for all illness that you experience in the physical body. However it is manifested, it is your teacher. What are you not looking at? What are your perspectives? What are your judgments? Many of you who experience conditions such as depression, such as dark night of the soul, it is about perspectives. But my dear ones, many of you have chosen to explore certain themes in your reality, in this expression of life, for allow you to trigger the action of going within, to trigger the action of unlocking your true power. For if you didn't have this condition, you would not be resting. You would not be taking the inward journey. The key is to not be resistant to any of it, to love it, to accept it, because it's there for your teacher and it's all there for your expansion. We can relax knowing that it's all happening for you. Of course, you might see some conditions that you may see that are not wanted. Maybe conditions that may be deemed terminal. But my dear ones, know that you are exploring a certain theme in your reality. You do not know your pre-birth intentions. You do not know the pre-birth intentions for those around that person. It's all about expansion. And you have a choice in what theme you wanted to explore. You wanted to explore these themes. And you also have free will. You have free will to choose another path. But all is expansive. So we would say in this time of great awakening, great expansion, as Gaia has transcended into the new earth, you are now emerging into this, we would say, higher states of consciousness, as you are aligning more to the source within, to who you truly are, as you're merging more with all that is, we would say connect. Connect more. If you're experiencing ascension symptoms, connect. Connecting to Gaia helps many of you, for that connection allows you to integrate more of the energies, the energy interchange between Gaia and between you. You are inhabitant on Gaia, on Earth, and as such, there is always an energy interchange. So we would say go to the source and connect in your unique way, and this will alleviate and this will help to ground you, my dear ones. Many of you are expanding at rapid rates, and it's so exciting to see. You've chosen to come here to expand in this way. Those of you watching have come here to remember who they truly are, to remember that they are powerful, to remember that all the answers to their expansion, to their healing, to their life, all the answers are within each and every one of you. You are infinite intelligence. You have just forgotten who you truly are. So we come forth in this direct way, as we would say, aspects of source, aspects of you, so you can hear these words. We communicate with all of you. However, many of you do not pay attention to our words. You disregard this information. And that is perfectly fine, my dear ones. Go within and trust the voice, because the voice is infinite intelligence. The infinite intelligence that's guiding you to allow you to explore why you came here, your purpose. My dear ones, it's about letting go of resistance. Resistance is the key to unlock more of who you truly are. You fight against many things in your reality. But no, to fight against is resistance, and resistance is a vibration of fear. It is not who you truly are. You are love. You all are love. And as this transition continues into this golden age, there will be many more shifts to come. You are here because you are able to ride these shifts. You are, we would say, energetically built to withstand these shifts. You would not be here otherwise. Embrace these shifts. Know that when you're going through shifts, know that you'll be more expanded on the other side. Know that you're going through a test. Know that this is your teacher. Know that it's also a result of your expansion, and that you're ready now to go through to higher frequencies. You are now ready to go through to the vortex. You are now ready to strip away those old limiting beliefs that hold you back. You are now ready to embrace more of who you truly are. You are now ready to align more to your God self. So celebrate it, embrace it. My dear ones, you are powerful beings. You chose challenges in your life because you are so advanced. And for you to expand is to go through these challenges. For it is through these challenges that you are expanding, that you can align to more of who you truly are. To ignite the light within you, to remember who you are. And then as such, you unlock your purpose. And if that purpose is to help others to shine the light, then you'll be guided the next step of the way to do so in your unique way. But know that everyone is watching this has a powerful purpose, but it is your journey to understand and remember to embrace that you are worthy of it. To embrace the knowing that you are powerful, that you have all the answers within you, my dear ones. We love you and we are always with you. And my dear one, what would you like to discuss today, my dear girl?
Well, we have one question from a Patreon member, and she would like to know what role in Atlantis.
She wants to know what her role is.
Yes.
And it's a common question for many of you drawn to these teachings. It is not by accident, my dear ones. The roles that you played and the purpose of those roles, many of those roles were in your position of healing, when you're in a position of leadership, empowering others. This purpose follows through on all your other lives. Of course, you have free will. So it's not by accident that you have lived in Atlantis and experienced life as the healer. You experience life as, we would say, someone that would utilize and manipulate elements of Gaia. Those abilities and those gifts, knowing that you had that power, is coming forth again into this lifetime. You already know this, my dear one. You are already drawn to certain modalities. You are already drawn to a purpose. You may not see the full picture, but when you are vibrationally ready, it will unlock. You do not have to know the full details of the other lives you have lived or are living. Because if you are meant to explode in this lifetime, then that information will be unlocked within you in the present moment, in the present now, in this lifetime continuum. You can relax knowing that all the activations you seek are a result of you addressing your vibration. This is all any of you have to do. You do not have to seek out external information. It is all within you. And yes, many of you are sensitive to, we would say, energies, drawn to these teachings. Many of you have seen glimpses or have awareness of other lives because you're starting to understand and to remember that you are a multidimensional being. All of you are. You are not stagnant. You are here in this lifetime on Gaia. However, you are living millions of places at once. You are truly multidimensional. Can't you see? Your expansion is from your life here, and without you knowing, your total expansion of who you truly are, your soul self, is expanding as a result of all the lives you are living and have lived. There are many different timelines that are occurring at once. All you have to do is let go that you have a purpose. And if you are drawn to these timelines of Atlantis, then you can be confident and know that there is something in that you are to explore in this lifetime. It will not be in your reality otherwise. The drawings of Atlantis will not be in your attention if you are not meant to explore it in this lifetime, but exploring it in the present now. For, of course, everyone shifts and everyone expands. So of course, what you explored in Atlantis not necessarily means it will be the exact thing that you explore here. It is an expanded version of it, if you wish. And because you've lived lives since then, because you've expanded since then, you will be bringing forth all the, you would say, imprints and gifts from all your other lives on top of that, all in the mix. Can't you see? You're unique. You are never repeating the same thing. You're never repeating the same life. You're drawing on gifts and abilities from another life, but when you're vibrationally ready in divine time, you're acting more of your divine gifts. And it's a collection of this that assists you in your life purpose. So we would say, trust the guidance, trust each step of the way. And we always say to activate all this information is to work on your vibration. It's always an inward job. It's always internal. Once you reach a certain frequency in your vibration, once you align more to who you truly are by addressing your limiting beliefs, addressing your fears, then when you're ready, that information will be unlocked in your divine blueprint and will come to your awareness. We have spoken about how this can occur. It happened with Isabelle. It happened with Kimberley. It happened with many of you. It may seem, would say, out of the ordinary. And we will discuss it again. With Kimberley, she was doing her Reiki energy, and then she felt guided to sing. She felt guided to express through vocal toning, and she came to her knowing through the process that this was a healing and ascension tool. Of course, you may see something like this that's happening to you as maybe a bit crazy or not what you expect. Or maybe perhaps you wanted another gift. But my dear ones, what you truly want, your gifts that you want to acquire is already within you. It's about letting go of what gifts will come to your awareness. Letting go of what gifts will be activated. Because if it was meant to be activated in this lifetime as a tool for your expansion or a tool to assist others in your life purpose, then it will be so. It will be activated. Instead of jumping 100 steps ahead about going to that end result, to be able to get to that vibrationally aspect, for that vibration is a key. And to unlock that key is to first work on the vibration that you're emitting. And that is with everybody. Kimberley is the same. Isabelle is the same. Everybody is the same. No one is unique in this. These are universal laws, and this is how it works. Everything happens in divine time. We understand the curiosities, and many of you watching, many of you focus on things external to you. You focus on the stars and the galaxies. You focus on knowledges and, we would say, cultures of other worlds and ancient times. You focus on many things external to your present now. And my dear one, to reach this infinite intelligence, not just to learn it, but to remember it for yourself. And remembering is to allow, to invoke the knowing within you. The activation of the knowing is not simply about learning information. It is about realizing this information. As you remember this information, it is a knowing. And once you have that knowing, you cannot deny that knowing. You cannot explain the knowing. You cannot explain why. Perhaps when you have the knowing, you will feel guided to ask more questions about it. But my dear ones, you all have a purpose. And you know it's not by accident you are here, and you know this. So we would say explore the tools that are already within you. When you feel inspired and guided to do a certain tool, to create a certain noise, to create a certain action, go with it, all of you. It may seem strange. We understand this, that many of your gifts are not of this world. It does not have a human description of what it is. But if you, once you explore it and embrace it, then more information will come to you in your knowing, not necessarily in a direct way through us. It'll be in your awareness about what it is. This happened to Kimberley, this happened for Isabelle, it is happening for you and other things, my dear one. And for many of you watching this, this is the process. It is about letting go, trusting that you are going in the right direction, because all of you are. Of course, you may come across many challenges, but this is part of the path for a reason. Some people's abilities may be activated, we would say, sooner than others, but that was because of their pre-birth intentions. That was because of their role, you see. So all these abilities and all these roles that you chose to explore here are already within you. They are just ready to be activated when you are ready. There is a timing for these things. Most importantly, it is about working on your own vibration. Once you do that, the answers you seek will be in your knowing and in your actual physical reality. You see it as a game. It is a fun game of expansion. See it as gifts. Gifts are to be shared with you. Think of it like Christmas. You long for the day of Christmas when you can open the presents. The presents are already within you. The gifts that you seek are already within you. If you're meant to explore it in this lifetime, then they will be activated when you are ready and not before. And
Thank you,
my dear one, you're exploring many of your many gifts, aren't you, my dear one?
I am, and it was really helpful for you to tell us that the knowing comes first. Because I've been getting knowings, and I'm like, really? But it makes sense. And so I think it's the getting used to the idea. Like, I liked when you said, when we have knowing, we're remembering. Some of these gifts seem like, when you said they're not from this world, right? They seem very science fiction, very fantastical or movie-like. But I understand now I'm more accepting of it. Like, oh, okay, all right. So I can't do it right now, but I'll be able to do it because I remember peace. I remember walking through the trees. Okay. I don't know how that works, but it was natural. And so, yeah, I'm getting glimpses like that. Like it does feel like a knowing.
That is the journey. The remembering journey is the ascension journey, is the enlightenment journey. It is all one and the same. The journey of ascension, of enlightenment, of remembering is coming to the point of alignment when you know this for yourself. It is a knowing within you. It does not come from the ego mind. It comes from a knowing that you cannot deny. With every fiber in your being, you have a knowing. You may not be able to explain it, but you have the knowing. And this is what you'll be able to do once you start to trust more of yourself. And explore your fears, explore your limiting beliefs, explore your challenges. Let go of the status quo, what people will think. For Kimberley, she had this unusual sound of humming. Yes, it could have sounded a little bit strange, but, you know, she was guided to put it through publicly, to add it to her meditations. She's experienced, and other people who listen experience, the transformational power of this ability. Yes, it may not be explained fully in a human context. Of course, a lot of these gifts that you all experience have one point of another in some form, are usually expressed on earth as well. Because whenever you have a life from, we would say, other worlds. When you come here to experience life here, you activate those abilities, but those abilities are always mixed with your other imprints and abilities, all merged together. So it's never the exact form. It's more expanded upon. It's more nuanced in a different way, in a different aspect, you see. So you do not have to really go back to activate those same gifts, because your gifts will never be the same. They will be expanded upon. It will include other gifts, other abilities, other powers from within, you see. Adapted to experience this in the lifetime, in this current time continuum. For at this current time continuum, perhaps it is not needed for you to fly in the sky. But this gift may still be within you. Maybe, we would say, in so many lifetimes, we would say projected from now. Maybe it is a time when people can fly, and that ability will be activated within you, because it will match the consciousness level of that vibrationary time, can't you see? So everything is adapted to, we would say, adapt to the illusion of reality, to adapt within the human consciousness of the time. And the collective consciousness is always expanding, always changing. And all of you watching this are the leaders at the forefront of expansion. So forth, many of you activating abilities that may seem unusual or weird or fantastical. You are at the forefront of this, and you look around and you see that other people are not doing this. So you judge it. So you put it aside. But my dear ones, there's always a first to bring forth new healing modalities. There is always a first in every area of society. For you drawn to these teachings, you're in the forefront of bringing first these first in the expansion of the collective consciousness, because you are all leaders. You are highly advanced. Just because there's no one else that does what you do does not mean it is wrong or it's not effective. Trust the guidance that comes with it. Step out of the rule book on how you believe society will perceive it. Many of you feel confined because you feel you need to abide by certain rules and regulations set in society or set in your work field. Could be a healing field or another field that is there to assist others in some way. You feel confined because it does not ascribe to a certain technique or a modality or a scientific explanation. But my D1s, know that these abilities are far beyond the scientific explanation of things. Your sciences of the world has not caught up. The actual practice of science is new compared to the history of the human race. So let go. If you're inspired to explore certain abilities, then do so. And push through the fear, knowing it is okay for you to be the first. For you are at the forefront of bringing new healing modalities. This is the path of the light worker. Many of you still follow the status quo because you are drawn to be healers or to assist others. However, you still feel you need to abide by rules. So you seek for ways to heal others that is already out there. You seek for techniques that will be still accepted in your society. Of course, many of you are pushing the boundaries in this, and we are grateful that you are able to push through the fear in this. But there are some of you that these abilities go far beyond any human comprehension. But this means it's still for society. It's still for you, first and foremostly. So break free of the rules, break free of what people will think, and bring it forth. If you feel so inspired to do so, push through the fear. All of you watching this are at the forefront of new healing modalities. You are at the forefront of new higher understandings of how your world works. Can't you see? It is not by accident that you are here. Embrace it. Be excited about it. Yes, there will be maybe people in fear in response to your abilities. But then they may not be ready for it, and that is okay. Everyone is perfect. But you are in the forefront of change. All of you are. For you to be here Listening to these words just shows you that you have attracted this into your life because you are ready. You have a resonance within you, a remembering, a knowing that you are more than you see in the mirror. You already have this within you. So you went searching for answers and you ended up here watching this very video or listening to this podcast. Can't you see? All the pieces of the puzzle are coming together one step at a time. You do not have to go 100 steps ahead. This is not how it works. All the gifts are within you. Everything is within you. We are within you, for we are you. You are infinite intelligence. You are powerful. Be brave. I know many of you who are sensitive, maybe feel negative emotion more strong than others. Many of you, let's just say, are having challenges dealing with societal rules, having issues with pushing past the barrier. We understand this because you're sensitive. But it's through your sensitive abilities that you are powerful. You have more modalities within you. Break free from the rules. The rules are only there to limit others. Rules are limiting. Rules are to allow society to run in a certain way, to allow people to, we would say, not have fears. They are controlled, we would say, adapted in a way throughout your society, certain rules and regulations. So you are, we would say, conditioned to think a certain way, to be a certain way, to act a certain way. So you cannot step out of the status quo. And this is a limiting way to live. It is a controlling way to live. Many of you have glimpses of ways you can assist not only yourself but others, but you are too scared to bring it forth because you have nothing to compare it to. So you leave it there. You search for answers. You search for other people that might do the same thing as you to give an explanation. But you do not have to find an external explanation. If it is in your reality, in your awareness, you will have the knowing of what it is. You receive that communication, what it is. And once you have that knowing, you will have your answer. You'll have the confirmation. And then it is working through and dressing your vibration to allow you to push through the fear, to bring it forth openly, to embrace its full purpose of why it's been activated in the first place. But it is one step at a time. Many of you are seeing glimpses of who you are. You see glimpses of your multidimensional lives, your past lives, your current lives. You are seeing glimpses of who you truly are. Many of you are focusing on these other lives. We understand that because it's intriguing. We understand that it allows you to have a bigger picture of who you are, but understand that expansion in this lifetime is the focus of your lifetime here in the present lifetime continuum. All the information that you seek from other lives, it is all within you. For all the lives you are living and have lived, these imprints are already within you in your divine blueprint. It is literally just working on your vibration. And when that happens, there will be a key to unlock more of who you truly are. And that is the key. It is all about the inward journey. No matter where or no matter what desire that you have, or what guidance, inspirations you have, what inklings or glimpses or visions of who you think you might be, to fully embrace who that is to work on your vibration. There are no shortcuts. Yes, there are tools to assist you in this process, but no one can bypass the addressing of limiting belief, of bypassing your fears. This is a process. You came here to explore life as a human, and as such, you chose to come here with fears and limiting beliefs. So embrace it, for you chose it. All of you did. You chose this beautiful game of expansion. And if you are so guided to, and if you're willing to push past the fear, and if you are acting on the guidance, and you have chosen to continue to on the path that you chose in pre-birth, then this information will also assist others. You have free will. You can choose not to take this path. All of you, all your pre-birth intentions, you have a choice. But why would you not want to take that path? Before, in pre-birth, you could see the beauty of it. You could see the expansion as a result of it. Why deny yourself of this experience? It is about shifting your perspective and knowing who you are. You are multidimensional. And everything, all the answers that you seek, all the gifts that you seek, all the roles that you seek, that you have glimpses of, that you think that you are, and you think you're meant to explore, it is already there within you. Trust the knowing. And follow the knowing one step at a time. Yes, if it assists you, if you feel inspired to reach out to, we would say, channels like Kimberley, or seek out inspiration from other sources, then so be it. But know that it is a tool, for ultimately it's about the inner knowing that all of you can access. And my dear one, we know you're having much practice of this with the knowing.
Yes. And so Kimberley thought the bird coming to her, landing on her finger, that was the key. But was it her vibration? She must have been in a good vibration. She must have been aligned for that little bird to land on her finger. And then she felt the oneness. And she felt like that was the key unlocking her. You talk about the keys, but the keys will happen and appear when the vibration is at its right frequency. And another key will appear naturally. You don't have to like look for keys. The keys will just be there.
That is correct. The keys
Okay.
will always appear. The doors will always appear to walk through. We would say that due to Kimberley's pre-birth intentions, due to why she is here, we would say that she is very aligned to, we would say, absorbing certain frequencies that occurred in this recent shift, because she was ready to explore this in her energetic field. So all her past experiences, all of her working on her vibration led her to that point of time where she was ready to receive that bird. And that bird was the key to allow her to remember that she is one. It was a knowing that she was one. She had the knowing, but she could not probably articulate what was occurring at the time. She knew it was powerful. She knew she had a oneness moment, and she knew that something activated within her. And then due to Kimberley's abilities, she was able to get more information on that. So for all of you that may have these experiences, you may not have the full picture of what is occurring in the moment. But just know when you have a powerful, intense moment, when you feel the oneness, when you feel the joy, you'll be able to sense a shift occurring in you when you cannot stop focusing on it. If it's something that's so joyful, and you always reflect back on it, you know that was a powerful moment in time to unlock something within you. You don't have to know exactly what it is, but just know a shift is now started to occur as a result. There is a divine timing in things, and it would say Kimberley's vibration was ready to be in that moment to align to the new frequencies of Gaia also, which many of you are, you would say, merging into your energy fields also. There are many keys to different things, but we would say all the keys lie in your frequency. The keys to unlock who you truly are is in your frequency. It is about, we would say, being in the present moment. Kimberley might not have seen the bird, might not have heard and felt guided to call the bird over if she was not in the present moment. It is about living in the present moment. For in the present moment, you can access oneness and all that is. It is in the present moment where you bypass your conceived space and time, and you bypass limitations that are in physical reality, that you see in physical reality, which is an illusion. Being in the present moment, you can say, is a key, is a portal to your multidimensional being, to your multidimensional nature. It is the key to access oneness, the key to access all that is. It is through oneness we connect with us. We can communicate with us, connect with the source within, connect with the universe. To remember your purpose, it is in that moment where it comes to your knowing. It is always in the present moment. The present moment is the most powerful moment, the most powerful place in time that you can be in. It is in the present moment, in the now, as it bypasses all illusion and it accesses who you truly are. It accesses your source self and your full potentiality in the present moment.
Thank you, Lakeshma. That was really, really helpful because I've been getting a lot of guidance not to worry, which is really nice because it's very supportive. And I've been getting a lot of guidance that I need to understand when I go many steps ahead, it really doesn't matter because it's so fluid. It's so fluid. It can change very quickly in a nanosecond. So being in the present moment, relishing the present moment allows like access to a lot more, right? To all there is. And I always talk to my guides and stuff and to you. It's so hard. It's like you would think it would be the easiest thing to be in the present moment. If that's all you have to focus on is just the present moment. But it's hard. I don't know. It is. It's just weird, but it is.
Yes, that is the human experience. You are distracted by society because of all the conditionings that you had, because of all your belief systems that you've acquired since birth. This is a combination of limiting beliefs. It's about conditions of what you should be, how you should act. It is a combination of other people's influences. It's a combination of many things that's imprinted in your society. And because it's in the collective consciousness, it's also a part of you because you are part of the collective consciousness. So we would say this is always going to be felt until it moves out of the collective consciousness. So it is about, we would say, being in the present moment when you can. We know it's a process for you to be always in the present moment. We understand that you live in a society where you have many things occurring at once, and all these many things is all helping in your expansion. But it's about focusing on the present moment and being focused on your next piece of inspiration. Being in the present moment and you receive inspiration to do a certain activity, then you're in the present moment in that activity. And then you would say you'll receive the inspiration to do another activity. Then you place your present moment and your focus on that activity. So the present moment does shift on what you're inspired to do. But you will not receive this inspiration and your guidance if you are not in the present moment. Of course, some of you who are very strong, you may be attuned to seeing signs, but even the signs in your world are only noticeable if you're in the present moment. So practice being in the present moment. If you would say have not worked on certain fears in your vibration, your mind will naturally go back to the ego, back to the old belief systems, old operating systems that may reside around you being a victim. It may be about old conditionings of duality, of judgments. Or it could be in the future. You could be going 100 steps ahead and worried about how things will turn out because you've seen glimpses, and now you try to control the conditions. So you reach this point. You try to control your future. You may want to do a certain activity or a certain, maybe you want to undergo and explore a certain work environment, whatever action it is. You have been programmed society to make goals. So then you make the goal, oh, I want to do this thing, but you don't understand that this may not be a true intention for you. So you try to control the conditions to even manifest this thing, but what you want to manifest may not be the right thing for you. Of course, if it comes into your reality, it's for you. However, instead of letting go, you are trying to control the conditions. And by doing so, you're not living in the present moment. So we say, let go of all planning, being in the present moment. You do not have to plan your future. You do not have to dwell on the past, because whatever happens in your past added to your frequency to allow you to go through a certain trajectory, to allow you to be where you are now in this time. It is perfect. And like you said, the future has not occurred yet in this time continuum, in this current timeline. Therefore, you can relax. You can let go. And if you have a desire to pursue a certain passion, to take a certain action, then it is for you. But it is about acting on a step when inspired, each step of the way, for you to reach that full destination in your perception. You cannot even conceive the ways to get there, so you try to control it. But it can be done in a more smoother way, and what you think may be the end result may not be where you end up. So can't you see? If you surrender and let go and allow the infinite intelligence to guide you one step at a time, you will be able to explore what you came here to explore. You'll be able to explore fully your purpose and your pre-birth intentions. But it is about letting go. And once you can let go of this and your perceptions and know that everything is happening for you, this will allow you more to live in the present moment, because you are not trying to control your future. You are not trying to relive the past. When you think of situations in the past, you have expanded. The versions of you that were in the past is no longer you. Why would you want to resonate with an older version of you? You are more expanded now. To live in the present moment, this is where your power is. So once you can do this work, then you'll find it more manageable and more smoothly will be able to live in the present moment, because you'll be able to let go of the future and the past. Can't you see? Letting go of control will allow you to live in the present moment.
And it's hard to let go of the control. That's really what it comes down to. And how much control we do unconsciously. We're not even aware of what we're trying to control. Like there's so many levels to it, Lakeshma.
And that is why it is about being in the present, doing your inward work. For you being in the inward work, you'll be able to understand where your belief systems lie. When you are triggered, this is a key to you. It's highlighting you that you have a limiting belief within you. So we say, go and interact with the world, for the world is full of your triggers to allow you to align, to be aware of where your limiting beliefs are. When you have a negative emotion in response to a situation or a person, then that is a reflection that you're trying to control the condition, that you have a limiting belief in and a fear. Can't you see? Every interaction is a reflection of what's going on with you. It is a key to highlight, mirror back to you, your belief systems. For if you were aligned to who you truly are, if you were source fully realized, you would not have fear. You would love everyone unconditionally and unconditionally accept everyone, because that's what source is. It's pure love, pure acceptance. But because you are not aligned fully to being in a God realized state, you have these belief patterns based in the illusion which you live in, based on the conditioning that you have been exposed to, which is perfect, is part of the human experience. It's about loving your journey. Many of you, especially those of you on this path consciously, many of you judge yourself because you conceptually know many of these things, yet you judge your progress. You think you should be further along the path than you are. You compare yourself with others who are further along the path than you, even if you've been practicing it more than other people, but you do not know the pre-birth intentions of others. All you can focus on is you and your journey and your vibration. It is all within you. The power is within you. It has always been within you. Let go of control. Control is a human conditioning. We think if we control our lives, we'll be able to live more in love than fear. So you are actually controlling it so you don't feel the fear, but you are not living and embracing your purpose. Yes, you may control conditions so you feel less fear, but you are living in a limited way, because it is through pushing past fear that you become free, that you become aligned to your source self, that you discover and have the knowing within you of your life purpose. Don't you think that's more fun than living the status quo and living a comfortable life, even though you've created a purpose? The choice is
Absolutely.
And we have our fairy friend visiting again. Isabelle, for those of you listening to this, our dear one has a fairy friend that visits often.
Yes, she has to be part of the show. There's Bijou.
And as we have spoken before, animals are very sensitive to energies. They are more
Yes.
aligned to their God self. And no, they are one with you, and they chose their owners for a reason.
Yes.
All connected. They are not separate from you.
Yes.
And animals bring such joy. Focus on what brings you joy. For if you can focus on joy, you are living the vibration of your God self. Joy is the vibration of love. It is who you truly are. So focus on things that bring you love, that bring you joy, bring you happiness. Focus on these things, but also act on inspiration and be aware in the moment of your limiting beliefs and fears. For we are not saying to repress them. For if you repress your fears and limiting beliefs, they will pop up and create a thing within your life that will limit you. It is about addressing them, working through them, lovingly, loving yourself on the journey, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, unconditional acceptance. Knowing that you are God. You judge yourself. But do you judge God as wrong? You are that. You are one. You are living an expression of Source in your own unique way. The journey here is to explore your life purpose and to expand by facing fears, to live in joy, to live in bliss. Bliss is your natural state. Love is your natural state. So play there. This is why you are here.
Thank you, Lakeshma.
I'm very excited about all of you playing this game. For all this information you already have within you. But because it's a time of great awakening and new earth, it is time for you to remember who you truly are. It was your pre-birth intention to do so. This is why many of us are coming forth into you, because you are ready. Collective consciousness is ready. Are you ready to share your gifts? Are you ready to acknowledge your gifts? To share your love? To share your light? Are you ready to embrace your light? To embrace your power? Because you are worthy of it. You have always been worthy of it. You are love. You are worthy. You are powerful. You are God. You are all that is. It is the journey to discover these knowings within you. My dear one, I love you. Thank you for joining today. And
I
for
love
my
you.
furry friend. And thank you all for participating. Thank you all for being here. Thank yourself for being here, because it's not by accident. Allow these words to trigger the knowing within you. I love you, and we all love you, for we are you. And farewell, my dear ones.